I think we're back, and so just to catch you up on where we're at, we've been doing Andrew Price's Blender Guru's beginner tutorial series. I've done all of level 1 and all of level 2 now, which catches me up to where I was last time I tried this, before Andrew went on holidays and I got busy with other things. And so now we're continuing on with level 3, so I'll probably I'll still speed him up, but I probably won't make him quite as fast so I can follow along. And we've got my donut over here in the other window, looking pretty good. All rendered with Eevee, so it's not monstrously slow. So I'll just do a quick sound check over here. Monstrous. Yep, that's working. Okay, so on with the show, I guess. Take it away.
G'day, you're in the thick of it now. Level 3 of the beginner donut series. We're not actually going to be doing anything with the donut in this level. Instead, we're going to be making something new, which is a coffee cup, which is in level 3 going to be put into a scene with our donut for a final render. But I mean, the whole point of this coffee cup is that it's a little bit more precise and it's like hard surface, and because the donut's a little loosey-goosey, and I want to give you like the tools and the techniques that you can apply to something in the future. So this will allow us to talk about extrusion and like modeling things to reference photos, etc. So
now this is actually quite important because the thing that I actually need to model is going to be a lot less loosey-goosey, as he said, and so I'm gonna. This is the part that's sort of important for what I'm gonna actually do with this eventually.
Yeah, we're gonna have some fun. And yes, I got a beard. Not sure if you noticed. First time I've ever had a beard. But yeah, I was in Korea and Japan for like a couple of weeks, and when I came home, I'm by myself, and I thought, why not just be lazy and not shave? And then it started out as laziness, and then I'm like, yeah, let's see where this train goes. Let's see how it looks. I've never had a beard before, but I don't know. What do you think? Should I keep it? Should I become like Tom Hanks in Castaway? I don't know. All right, so let's start by adding in a.
I have opinions.
So the link for this is in the description. And to add in any object into Blender, it is of course Shift A. And let me first of all make sure my screencast tools is turned on.
Link is in description.
Everyone told me in the comments. Make sure your the key press tool is turned on because you keep forgetting. I'm like, yes, tell me about it. Anyway, Shift A. An image, the one you're looking for is reference. Background will add it into like part of the viewport or something. Reference will actually make it its own separate object, which is what we want. So reference. Okay, and by the way, I'm using Blender 2.81 beta version, which is why this is now like it file browsers its own pop-up window now. So that's really good. But anyway, that's why mine's
okay. Interesting.
Anyway, select the image, and the one thing before you add it in is just at the top there, you'll see a checkbox that says align to view. Yours, by the way, could be anywhere, could be on the left-hand side or whatever. But find that checkbox and uncheck it, and then hit.
Okay, so let me just save this off. Oh, don't mind me, I'm on the other monitor. Finding somewhere to save this. Blender, that'll do. Excuse me. Alright, I think that's saved happily. Okay.
Hit load reference. Box that says.
Okay, so where do we get this dialog?
Background will add it into like part of the viewport or something. Reference.
Add image background. Okay, so I think it's Shift C to reset everything, including the cursor. Add image reference.
Actually make it its own separate object, which is what we want. So reference. Okay, and by the way, I'm using Blender 2.81 beta version, which is why this is now like it file browsers its own pop-up window now. So that's really good. But anyway, that's why mine's probably different to yours. Anyway, select the image, and the one thing before you add it in is just at the top there, you'll see a checkbox that says align to view. Yours, by the way, could be anywhere, could be on the left-hand side or whatever. But find that checkbox and uncheck it, and then hit load reference image. Ta-da!
All right, so align to view needs to be off. Where's the checkbox?
Yours, by the way, could be anywhere, could be on the left-hand side or whatever. But find that checkbox and uncheck it, and then you'll see a check.
Okay, try it. Third time's the charm. Align to view off. Load it. Okay, good. We're down on the side. We're good.
It says align to view. Yours, by the way, could be anywhere, could be on the left-hand side or whatever. But find that checkbox and uncheck it, and then hit load reference image. Ta-da! Okay, so we're modeling it off this reference. Okay, so it's important that this actually matches the axes. Like it's essentially like number pad 1. I want the image to be facing this direction, like front on to the front. Okay, so looking at it here, because this is a physical object that you can grab and move like any other object, I can rotate it. So I'm going to hit R and then X after that to rotate just on the X axis. And then you see in the very top left-hand corner, you've actually got the rotation amount. So I want that to be exactly 90 degrees, which I can get by holding down Control, and that will snap to 5-degree increments. By the way, side tip, you can also just type in the number 90, and that will also do it as well.
Okay, let's start with that then. Okay. Okay, you can type in the number, that's handy to know. Alright, and next he's going to scale it, I'm sure.
Anyways, there you go. Okay, so it's rotated face to front, which is nice. And then I'm going to scale this down, which of course you do with S. So S, and then click and drag this down. So I want this size of my coffee cup to be, I mean, basically just in relation to the donut. Like, how big is a coffee cup? Like, which is bigger? A donut, like the diameter of a donut, or the rim of a coffee cup? Well, the first, like, the donut that I filmed and I showed you in the previous videos, that's like the first time I've actually held a donut since I was a child. And I was actually surprised at how small donuts are. I'm like, I thought these were a lot bigger. I'm not sure if I got bigger or the donuts got smaller, or a little column A, a little column B. The point is, I think actually a coffee cup rim, especially like a coffee cup like this, I think it's a lot wider than a donut. So probably something like that.
Alright, well, let's get scaling. I'll bring back Mr. Donut. So, I mean, he's probably right, you know, it's like, you need to be able to dunk your donut. So it's got to be slightly smaller.
How does that look? In relation to the donut, that looks about right? It'll do. That'll be fine. So now, say goodbye to the donut temporarily. With the donut collection there, I'm just going to uncheck that box, which will hide from the render and the viewport, so that we can just focus on the coffee cup for the rest of the series. Okay, lovely. So let's move this up until just like the bottom of the plate is touching the bottom of the plane here, okay? All right, now we...
All right, okay. We'll get rid of the donut, bring back the plane. I mean... my plane's actually not aligned on the thing. Huh. Alright, that'll do.
We want to add in an object which is going to become our coffee cup. So Shift A to add in a new object, Mesh, and of course you want to select the object which most resembles what it is you want to model, and in this case, of course, that's a cylinder. Ta-da. So the cylinder, right out of the gate, way too big, so let's dial back the radius to be something smaller, and the depth as well, just to be something. I mean, it doesn't really matter, we're going to scale.
Alright, we're going to add a cylinder. Add a mesh, a cylinder. It's a huge cylinder. So we know the donut is 10 centimeters wait, really? A radius of our donut. It's a 20 centimeter donut? Man, that's enormous. Radius of 10 centimeters, it's huge. It's like as big as my head. We were just discussing how small these things are.
Scale it to match soon. The main value, the main value is the vertices. You just want that to be 32 because they just happen. I mean, the default just happens to be almost the exact amount you need. So 32 it is. All right. So now that we've got that, I am going to in front view mode. I'm just going to move this cylinder up until the very top of it is just touching the top of the reference photo, right, where the rim is on the reference photo. Okay. And then by the way, make sure let's get this actually like right in the center of the reference image there, like that. Okay, and then I want to scale this to make it thicker, but you'll see if I scale it, then I gotta like resize the top of it and like move it around again. But if I scale it on everything but the Z axis, which you can do by hitting Shift Z after scaling, you can see it's now moving on the X and the Y, but not the Z axis.
Okay, let's get to the scaling. Side view, and we'll use the gravity grab. Grab it on the Y? No. Grab Z is I'm used to Y is up, but Z is up. And scale on everything but the Z axis to shrink him in. But I actually do need to scale him on the Z axis to line him up. That'll do. Alright.
which is exactly what we want. Now you see that it's actually covering the reference code, which is good. So if you hold down Z, by the way, shortcuts, of course, as I've said 100 times, get my PDF. You won't have to memorize all these hotkeys. It's all, I put time and effort into that PDF so that you don't have to memorize all this. The link for that is in the description. Anyway, Z will bring up this.
Please tell me I don't have to sign up for your email list to get the PDF. Why? I don't want to. Fine.
Menu of all the options. We're looking for wireframe, so that makes it invisible. And now I'm just going to position this so that it is about there. Let's scale along everything but the Z-axis, make it a little bit thicker. I'm just making sure that lines up and that lines up along the top. Okay,
it's
cool.
just the same control as this.
Now let's start shaping out the coffee cup. So,
all right.
this bottom here in edit mode. So tab to go into edit mode, or just at the top there, edit mode, and then I'm going F. You won't have to memorize all these hotkeys. Shift Z after scaling. You can see it's now moving on the X and the Y, but not the Z axis. Which is exactly what we want. Now you can see that it's actually covering the reference photo, which isn't good. So if you hold down Z, by the way, shortcuts, of course, as I've said 100 times, get my PDF. You won't have to memorize all these hotkeys. It's all, I put time and effort into that PDF so that you don't have to memorize all this. The link for that is in the description. Anyway, Z will bring up this pie menu of all the options. We're looking for wireframe, so that makes it invisible. And now I'm just going to position this so that it is about there. Let's scale along.
Okay, wireframe. Hey, alright, that went horribly wrong. Be nice if you could lock the camera.
I'm just making sure that lines up and that lines up.
To like orthographic.
There. Okay, cool. So we've got the top pretty well done, and it's the right thickness. Now let's start shaping out the coffee cup. So this bottom here in edit mode. So tab to go into edit mode, or just at the top there.
Let's just line up the this thing with the coffee cups with the mesh, because we know the mesh is centered, and now our reference is centered. Okay, carry on.
Edit mode, and then I'm going to select the bottom vertices, which you can drag over like that, or hold down Alt and left click, which is the way I recommend, because we're going to do this a lot through this this series. So Alt and left click will select any edge loop. And Siri thought I was saying something. Nope.
Oh.
Thank you. Useless. I swear, like 99 times out of 100, Siri thinks you say something and you didn't. Right? I even just said Siri then, and she doesn't even recognize it, but apparently something to do with vertices, and that's what triggers it. Anyway, so select that, and I'm going to scale that in with S, scale in. And you know, this reference photo isn't perfect, but no reference photo ever is. It would be great if this reference photo was like with a camera with a long lens far back, so that it was like flat on, but it's not. You've got a little bit of perspective. So you've got like, you know, the top of the rim there, but then you've also got like, you can see the opening of this plate there. Point is, it's hard to actually see where the bottom of this coffee cup actually stops because it's hidden and whatever. So anyway, I think somewhere about there will be fine. Yeah.
Really? I don't believe you. I'm gonna do it my way.
Roughly like that. Now let's start adding in more edge loops, which you can do with Control R. And you remember we did this, I think, with the icing.
Control
stage.
R.
So first, like the yellow line is like a temporary line asking you where do you want to put this detail. So that's what we want. So click. And then the second question, it's asking you where do you want to place this. So it's sliding along there. I actually want to place these in line with like where the handles, the top, bottom of each of the handle in points, out points, right? Because when we actually model the handle, we're going to use detail from this, what we're doing now, to actually add it in. So anyways, I just want to add one in like right there. So click, and then I'm going to scale. And I'm just going to scale it until it matches the reference photo. Pretty simple. And I'm going to do it again. Control R, click, move it up to be just the top of this handle here. Scale out. Let's do it again. Control R, click, and down here. Right, this is very simple. And then one more just for the top of this handle here. Scale it out very slightly, like so. And then actually, one more right down the bottom there as well. I think like towards the bottom of the coffee cup.
I forgot to scale this
one.
one.
So I want it to look like nice and smooth down there. Okay, solid view mode. There as well, because I think like towards the bottom of the coffee cup, like it really tapers in, and so I want it to look like nice and smooth down there.
Yeah, see, I don't believe your tapering is correct. But we'll add a cut there just because you did. I want to add one here. So I shall. You know what? That's a bad idea because I feel like we want the subdivision to deal with that, and I'm tempted to get rid of this one. That'll do. That'll do. Let's carry on.
Okay, solid view mode. And that's how it looks. Pretty good. Now, biggest obvious thing is it's got a face at the top there, so we want it to be an opening. So in edit mode, I'm going to select this top ring here with holding down Alt and select, and I'm going to hit X, and I'm just going to remove that face.
Okay. X for delete faces. Okay. We got a cut. Good.
X is delete, by the way. Delete face. There we go. Okay, cool. So all is well and good, but we need to give it some thickness. Now, can you remember the modifier that will give your coffee cup thickness? If
Yes.
you can remember it, do it now. I don't know. Be like a teacher right at school, like gosh, she's trying to force the students to learn things. She's doing her best, you know, but nobody wants to learn. They just want the answers. The answer is the solidify modifier. That one. We did it for the icing, you'll remember. But anyway, it just adds thickness to any face, essentially. So anyway, now this thickness amount here is obviously important. That's the thickness of the glass, and it's really fiddly. This, right? Like I'm holding down Shift, which is how you move things on like even smaller increments than default, but it's still really fiddly. So it's actually easier if I just like type in like 2 millimeters. That's easier for me. And if you're using the imperial measurements, you can type in like what would it be? Like 1/8 of an inch. I don't know what measurements you would do. But anyway, 2 millimeters. That's the one I'm going to. Just basically.
I mean, 2 millimeters? Really? That seems like, look at the reference. That seems... Where is my cylinder? There it is, okay. I mean, I'm going to go with 3mm. Be a bit contrary.
Basically, in reference to like the scale of the coffee cup, you want it to be about that thick. So anyway, that's pretty good. Now, if we right-click and we go shade smooth, you'll see that it looks like a coffee cup, but a couple problems. This top lip here, you've got some weird shading, and then also you've got some jagged edges along here. Both problems can be fixed by giving it more geometry to work with, and that introduces the most common modifier of all. Can you remember what that one is? That is, of course, the subdivision surface modifier, which basically smooths out detail, adds in detail, and makes things look round and supple and how it's supposed to be in the world. So yeah, subdivision surface. And remember these amounts here, the render amount. Like if you change this, nothing will change in the viewport because that's the render amount, only visible when you render. Viewport will actually change how it appears right here. So I'm going to go with 2 for both of those. I don't really know what quality does. Quality is like a new... I'm old school. Blender didn't used to have a quality option, and now it does, and don't care for it. I don't like it.
Now, I actually figured out what that did before. I'm not sure I like that. So I need to be in mesh mode, and I'll just hide this thing. And was it that? Huh, okay, never mind. Alright, anyway, carry on.
I'm not going to touch it, so anyways. Now, this top of the cup here, you'll see, like, it's a little smooth, right? It's, I mean, not like you could like cut your lip on it, but it's a little like thin at the top there. And most rims of like glass, it's actually thicker at the top. And the reason this is happening is that if you look in edit mode, you've got like, it's going from there to there, like it's trying to do that operation. It's averaging out those amounts from that distance. So anyway, point is, we need to add in Control R, another loop cut right at the top there, just to give like some firmness to that rim there. Okay, pretty good. And then
okay, let's do that then. We'll have that. Control R for a loop cut over here. Did that work? Did something go horribly wrong? I don't think so. Oh, it's not.
Well, the thing I'm going to do, let's just quickly hide the plane here so we can get underneath it, and I'll hide that as well. You can see we get this ugly, like, tapered star-looking bottom. Just looks horrible.
Okay, hide and hide. Yeah, I was wondering about that.
The reason it's happening is that you've got actual geometry going into, like, one giant face, and it doesn't know, like, it's just physically impossible for it to like try to convert all, like, what would that be, 32 faces into one face, and it's just like things are going haywire. So a very quick fix for this is to just hide it into a smaller shape, which you can do by hitting I, which is kind of like adding in a loop cut almost like into itself, and when you do that, it has that look, and you can see it's smaller now, it's still a bit...
Alright, so I
by hitting I, which is kind of like adding,
yeah, okay.
it's just like things are going haywire.
Alright, what have you done? You've done this alt-click business. It's alt? Okay. Right, I got it. Okay, and I.
So a very quick fix for this is to just hide it into a smaller shape, which you can do by hitting I, which is kind of like adding in a loop cut almost like into itself. And when you do that, it has that look. And you can see it's smaller now, it's still visible. So you can do it again, and that'll like make it disappear almost entirely. So there you go. And that is that's the coffee cup really. Actually, in fact, I just thought about this, but like, you know, in the reference photo, bringing that back, yeah, it looks like it's like really smooth, right? Really smooth, but of course, it would have to have like a firm bottom to it because you would be able to like put it on something, right? So I don't know, I just realized like it probably makes sense for us to have like a bit of a hard flat surface. So I'm just gonna like scale this out a little bit and make that a little bit something like that. There you go. That's like a hard little bottom to it. Something, I don't know. That's pretty good. All right, so we've made headway. We've talked for 15 minutes and we've modeled the start of our coffee cup. So in the next video, which you can click there to watch, we're gonna be adding in the handles of our coffee cup. So I will see you in the next video. This tutorial series is brought to you by Polygon. Make better renders faster. Welcome back. We are going to be adding a handle to our cup. I'm going to call it a cup, not a mug. It feels wrong. It's made of glass. You can't call it a mug. That's crazy talk. So we're going to add a handle to our cup. So we want to...
I should be using my cup.
Specifically the right point for our handle, because we're going to extrude it out. But if you look from like top-down mode, you'll see that like that face there, it's actually kind of pointing like in this direction, whereas we really want to be pointing exactly on that that direction, right? So make sure that tool is turned on, and let me turn off the annotations to remove. There we go. So what I want to do is in edit mode, that face there, I just want to rotate. So I'm in top view mode. I'm just looking down. I'm just going to rotate it until it's basically. In fact, that was perfect. How did I do that? I didn't hold the control. I just happened to nail it. I'm that good that that's basically a straight line. Well done me. But you know, just get it as close as you can. It doesn't really matter all that much.
I feel like we can use maths for this. Like, so it should be like 5.65 degrees. I wonder if we can do that precisely just for fun. Is everything good there? I'm liking this lip. That's pretty good. In fact, I did say I'm liking it, but okay. So I can see why he's like doing the loop select thing, because Yeah, because doing it any other way sort of causes it to what's the word? Like you need X-ray mode on to like do that sort of select properly. What am I doing? We're rotating the thing around that axis. Select all. Check we've actually selected all. I'm going to rotate it. Let's see if we can do this. 5.65. Haha. Mathematically exact. Perfect.
But something like that. Okay, so we're going to be taking that face and we're going to be extruding it out. But first, before we do that, because this is made of like, this coffee cup is made of glass, and this is going to be like going out, and this is going to be made of solid glass. But we obviously, if we were to extrude this out like this, then you would actually see like on the inside of this cup, we would see like a hole there where like the tube of it is going around. It's going to apply the solidifier to the inside of the handle as well, which we don't want. So essentially, we need to apply our solidify modifier before we start extruding. So go ahead and hit apply on the solidify modifier like that. Okay. So now that I've done that, I can select the face select mode there. I'm going to select that face.
Can't be applied. I mean, it's a little ridiculous that modifiers can't be applied in edit mode, but like just apply it.
I'm going to hit E, and that's just taking that face and it is extruding it select by modifier before we start extruding. So go ahead and hit apply on the solidify modifier. Like that. Okay.
Need this up.
So now that I've done that, I can select the face select mode there. I'm going to select that face, and then in front view mode, number pad 1, I'm going to hit E, and that's just taking that face and it is extruding it outwards. Okay, now it's just like copying the reference as best you can. So you can see like at this first point, oh, hang on. It's going to be hard to do this because it's like covering it at the same time. But there's like a little bit, there's like, it's kind of like a lip that's like sticking out. So I think right there is for the first extrusion. That's pretty good. And then I'm going to hit E again to about wherever.
Okay, so I've actually missed a cut. When did he add that cut? Because I was like, man, I want to cut that. And let's undo a few steps before we did the solidify, and we'll add another cut. We'll put it there. We'll scale it up a schmeat-jon. All right, carry on.
Mode number pad 1. I'm going to add in the detail that I need.
That was a mistake. Hitting numbers on the video.
And then I'm going to select that face, and then in front view mode, number pad 1, I'm going to hit E, and that's just taking that face and it is extruding it outwards. Okay, now this is where it's just like copying the reference as best you can. So you can see like at this first point, oh, hang on, it's going to be hard to do this because it's like covering it at the same time. But there's like a little bit, there's like kind of like a lip that's like sticking out. So I think right there is for the first extrusion. That's pretty good. And then I'm going to hit E again. To about wherever, and then I'm going to hit R to rotate to about there, and I'm going to switch to vertice selection mode just so that I can select these two vertices, and I want this to now become the sort of tapered part of the handle now, so somewhere about there perhaps, okay, and then I'll extrude this out, and by the way, I just want to check, okay, you got both sides of it, that's good. In fact, you know what, I'm just going to move this, there we go, just so that I can actually see the full, both sides of it, having to peek in back and forth, anyway, like that. Okay, that's good, and then I'm just going to extrude again. Now you could continue this like extrusion, rotate, but there's actually a tool called the spin tool, which will actually save us some time on this. So if you hit T to bring up the toolbar if it's not already active, there it is, spin, right there. So what spin will do is it will actually rotate, it'll spin, like it'll do an extrusion spin based on wherever your 3D cursor is. So we essentially want to move our 3D cursor to right here where my cursor is, like right in the middle of the handle. So if you hold down Shift and then right click, that is your...
Okay, so that was the problem that we just had, and that is, once again, we've been screwed by not being in X-ray mode. Where's X-ray mode? Just Alt Z. So now if I grab that, the whole thing comes properly. And interesting. I don't know why we're rotating to get that in place. I mean, that's probably a useful technique. I mean, that's pretty good. Now, he did switch to that mode, grab plane, and move it back on the y-axis, just slightly. Just to see it, so that's probably a good idea.
Your 3D cursor, so right about there, and then if you were to click and drag, I don't know why it does this, I'm assuming it's a bug in the 2.8 version. When you click and drag, for whatever reason, it's just like it's done the spin operation, but it's done it like right there, and it hasn't spun it around like it's supposed to. But if you go, this little pop-up menu thing here, just change this angle, just increase this amount, and then it will actually start spinning. I don't know why they made it a tool, but like it doesn't actually spin. It has to be a bug. There's no way it's supposed to operate like that, I'm guessing. Anyway, it could be totally wrong. Maybe I'm...
Alright, so let's try the spin tool. grab that, spin. Right. That did not go well, but you know, first attempt. Actually select just that face because X-ray mode screws me again. Huh. Okay, I don't know why we're using the spin tool. It's so janky. So very janky. So we need the 3D cursor there. Then we need the spin tool. Yeah, will you please? I don't know why it comes off axis when doing that, but sure. Keep watching.
But anyways, that's how that works. Now you can see this is slightly off, right? Like this here. So you can actually change this center value here and get this to line up a little bit closer. So something like that. Maybe the Z axis is a little bit off as well. Just want to fool around with it a little bit. But yeah, I mean, as best as you can. It doesn't really matter. The cool thing about it is that you've got these steps here. So you can like change how high resolution you want this this part to be. So that's pretty good. So now I've done that spin operation once. Now I'm just going to start moving these by hand to just...
All right. So I feel like that doesn't actually save any time whatsoever, but sure. Oh, you can multi-step. Oh, all right, and then we've lost the thing. Yeah, spin tool, no good. All right. It does have that sort of knee there, doesn't it? A little awkward, but I suppose. Yeah, everything's looking lined up nicely. So what are we doing? Just extruding it a bit more?
Doesn't have to be perfect, but however best you can. Right, so about there, I'm just going to extrude this again. That's really all this is, this handle part. It's a lesson in extrusion. Right there. I don't know if I was supposed to sound clever. A lesson in extrusion. Sounds like it's like a proverb or something, but it's just dumb. All right, so now we've come to the point where they have to join together, right? So we have two faces that need to go, that face and that face. So select the face.
All right, now before we join this together, let's actually just finish the adventure in extrusion. Yeah, that'll do. It's looking sort of muggish. Yes, I'm following the donut tutorial. So we're on level 3.
And then faces, X, faces. Okay. Now, so what we want to do is, if we took this and those four there, we can add a face just by hitting F, right? And that will add a face together, right? Extrusion.
Right.
Sounds like it's like a proverb or something, but It's just done. All right, so now we've come to the point where they have to join together, right? So we have two faces that need to go, that face and that face. So select the face, hit X, and then faces, X, faces.
All right, so we delete the face. Good, got it. How do I select a face? Seems like something to search on the internet. Blender select a face. I'm sure there's a key for it. Control tab. Oh, God, this documentation. All right. Shift click, control click. No. Tab. Okay, it's this button here. Select a face, and then that'll do. Delete face, and then we'll do it over here. Select a face. So it looks like the right one. Delete face. All right, carry on.
If we took this and then those four there, we can add a face just by hitting F, right? And that will add a face. And we could do that all the way around. But actually, if you just want to save time on all this, I can just Alt-click and then Alt-Shift-click to select that one there as well. And then if I hit F3 and type in bridge, it will actually cleverly do that for.
All right, so Alt-click and Alt-Shift-click. So I've actually put these too close together. Way too close together. I've got a problem. Can I just merge vertices? All right, I'll do it that way. How to merge vertices in Blender. Alt-M. Probably we'll try Alt-M. That's a weird delete mode. Okay, Alt-M for at center. That'll do. At center. At center. At center. Has that worked? I feel like something has gone horribly wrong here. I didn't apply the solidify modifier before doing any of that. Oh, whoops. That's why it's really weird. How to fix this? How to fix this? Are you undoing my merges with what is even going on? Where's my solidify modifier? Something has gone horribly wrong. I see. Smart thing to do would be to be able to like cut these vertices off and and start again. I mean, and not start again. That would be the smart thing. But I think we are going to have to. I mean, let's see what we can do here. Let's switch back to vertex mode. Let's try and just. This is cut. Do I have cut? Can I just put these on the clipboard? No, it's too much to ask a 3D modeling program to have a cut operation. All right, goodbye, farewell, auf Wiedersehen. Oh no, we're not even in X-ray mode. Man, I need to find a setting that will be like always selected if you're in X-ray mode, because that just keeps screwing me. All right, and let's just do the sort of lazy thing here. Let's Alt M. And the normals are the wrong way around. All right, vendor repair normals. Okay, Control N to recalculate normals. No, that's new. Oh, capital N, so Control Shift N. God damn it. Okay, recalculate normals. Good. Everything is normal. Set for the fact the extrusion is now on the wrong side of the mug. I mean, sorry, the thickness. The whole thing is back to front, and we're missing a face. Can I repair a face? Add, no. Render add face. How to create face out of edges. F key. Okay. All right, we added a face. Aren't we clever? All right, so all the normals are sort of pointing bizarrely, but I think that'll do. High quality normals. All right, this time, let's try this again. Everything is vaguely in the right place. Now we hit. That was my problem. I was in bloody edit mode, and then it didn't actually apply. All right, we select you. And then we get on the right angle, and we start extruding one there, and then grab that, and then get X-ray and grab that. Actually, that's, yeah. I don't know. Extrude there, grab that and put you in a sensible location. All right, let's try this thing again. I mean, that does save a lot of time. That'll do. no, don't do it again. No. Whatever you did, undo it. Alright. Yeah, that's fine. No, extrude, please. Extrude again. Let's line up all of this stuff. Probably should do this after we join up the thing, because that seems like the riskier operation, whereas this is time consuming. It's like, save the time consuming stuff until after we've actually vaguely set up the mesh in the right way. I think it's probably the smart way of going about this, but we've started for now. So if I wanted to add a loop cut, what is it? It's Control L? No, Control R. Hey, I added a loop cut. I wasn't even watching the tutorial. Okay. I've got like a million Blender Stack Exchange windows open on the other monitor now. Yeah, that's good enough for now. Right, and now select faces. Let's take X-ray mode off. We want that one, and now bridge.
Just Alt click and then Alt Shift click to select that one there as well. And then if I hit F3 and type in bridge, it will actually cleverly do that for us.
Okay, so you just search that. I must remember that. That's handy. All right. F3. Okay, have we succeeded? Okay, so now we don't have a giant hole going through there now. I feel like our normals are messed up still. Or maybe that's just coming out of the, if I turn, what is it, this thing? Actually, yeah, that looks okay. Oh yeah, I'd drink out of that.
Right, all the way around. So we just saved ourselves a little bit of time there. And it's done the bridge operation for us. And look at that. We now have a nice looking coffee cup. Ta-da! Now, it's a little sloppy where it like joins the handle there. Definitely looks like it was like, yeah, I don't know, like made out of, it just looks too soft. Like it's made of cheese and it was melted a little bit. It's not nice. So it's got to be a little bit more defined than what is there currently. So right here, I want to select the 4 vertices that make up this joint here. And then if you hit Shift E, that is going to, it's going to add a crease. You can see the top left-hand corner, it's got crease amount. And basically you'll have any value between like 0 and 1. And if you go all the way to 1, like it's a little too sharp, it's a little too jagged. So instead, I don't know, what value do you want to go at? Like 0.7, 0.8, something like that, right? Not too sharp, but...
Okay, so Shift E, okay. Let's get my overlay back on. Hide that thing. And all right, this Alt. So Alt click. Alt Shift click. Huh. All right, I'm learning. I've managed to select all of those. Now Shift E for crease. It's a slow operation. Where's, okay. That's not too bad. All right, so Alt click and Alt Shift Alt click to get that. And we'll do it on this one as well. There's a Shift E for crease. And about 0.5. It's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. I could probably make that a little more defined. I feel like our subdivision's insufficient for that. Shift E to crease it. It's very hard to tell. Incredibly slow operation. All right, that'll do.
Not dull like it was before. right? And do the same down here. Like creasing is kind of like faking in detail, like, you know, adding another edge loop or whatever. It's kind of like it's doing that, but just like faking it, right? It's just like putting more emphasis on that edge loop in a way. I don't know how best to describe it, but something like that. And you do have still these like jagged lines, and you would think that, yeah, like you could fix it by adding an edge loop there. The only problem is like when you do this, you see you actually get like a visible edge around the cup there, because it's like it's not, I don't know, you got too much detail on that one little point, and it's like it's kind of going haywire, and because you're putting too much detail on that, like, yeah, two edge loops really close together, but not everywhere else on the model, so it looks weird. Instead, what you want to do is just increase the subsurf modifier. So you can see if you increase this viewport level here to like level 4, that's where it like basically disappears, and it looks like a really nice connection. So
yes, so let's try that. You know, I think that looks pretty good. Look at that, beautiful.
the viewport, that's the one that's going to be viewed here, it doesn't really matter. The only one that matters is render, so I'll put render at 4 and viewport I'll leave it 2. And there we go. So that's nice. We've still got time. We've got time for another little part. So the next object we need to add in is, of course, our plate. So yeah, let's do that. So with my cup here selected, I just want to move my 3D cursor just to the center of the cup, that little origin point there. So I'm going to hit Shift S and then go cursor to selected, and that will.
All right, Shift S. Okay. Need my overlay back on. Edit mode. Shift S. Okay, that's handy. Shift S is snap. Cursor to selected, which is still in the center of this from where we made it out of the cylinder. Good.
Oh, now when we hit Shift A, mesh, and we add in circle, which is the object which most resembles a plate, it's now put it like exactly in line with the coffee cup where it needs to be. Okay. So the radius, you know, we could just like before, we can change this and try and line it up. It doesn't really matter. We're going to scale it afterwards anyway. The big one is the fill type. I'm going to set the fill type to end on, which will basically put one solid face there instead of nothing. And then vertices, 32 is actually too much. I want to go 16, which is jagged, but we're going to use extra subsurf to make the smooth shape of the plate there. So 16 with a fill type end on.
Okay. Okay. So we're making the plate. So I think, is that it? We're done the coffee mug. Am I happy with that handle? I feel like yeah, look, it'll do. It's not very round. Okay, let's start adding that in. We'll bring back our reference. Add. No, let's select all. Add a circle. Apparently I'm going to make it 16, which is an interesting choice.
Okay, now, here we go. Position this about there. Now, this is where you can really see
and
all our reference
not
photo.
a 1 meter,
Like,
so
where do you actually position the plate, right? You can't position the plate here, because obviously that's like now like the bottom of the cup, and that's not where like that top of the rim goes, but you also can't position it there, right? So basically the photo has perspective, whereas we're looking like front, like side on. So basically you just have to make your best guess. So it's obviously a raised lip of the plate, so part of it would be like obscured. So probably like about there, like that far up the coffee cup, I'm guessing, is where the plate would start, right? So that would be where like the rim is, okay? And then I'm just gonna scale this in, hitting S, scale it in until it's as wide as the plate in the reference photo. All right, okay. Now, just like we did at the bottom of the coffee cup.
right, so let's just pause that there. We actually need fill type. What fill type did we use?
There, like that far up the coffee cup, I'm guessing, is where the plate goes. Where do you actually, here we go, position this about there. Now this is where you can really see like,
okay.
our reference photo, because like, where do you actually position the plate, right? You can't position the plate here, because obviously that's like now like the bottom of the cup, and that's not where like that top of the rim goes, but you also can't position it there, right? So basically the photo has perspective, whereas we're looking like front, like side on, so basically you just have to make your best guess. So it's obviously a raised lip of a plate, so part of it would be like obscured, so probably like about there, like that far up the coffee cup, I'm guessing, is where the plate would start, right? So that would be where like the rim is, okay? And then I'm just gonna scale this in, hitting S, scale it in until it's as wide as the plate in the reference photo. All right, okay. Now, just like we did at the bottom of the coffee cup to like remove that thing, remove that jagged, weird star shape looking thing, I'm gonna hit I to inset, and that's kind of like adding a loop cut into itself, like that. Scale it in until it's as wide as the plate in the reference.
All right, so let's try and actually make that happen. We'll scale it first. Okay, so this is not even centered. It's about that wide. We'll grab it on Z-axis. Why are we not aligned to the Z-axis? All right, we're not even centered. What is this? What is this garbage? Start again. All right, so Shift S, cursor to selected. Shift A to add a circle. The settings are still the same. Oh, we're not actually centered because even though the mug is centered, it's someone moved the origin somehow. Or did I move the mug relative? I don't know. Let's look at it from the top. It is actually lined up. Okay, so never mind. Grab on Z and put it down. We'll put it there to start with. It's the right size, close enough. Grab it there. I mean, shove it there. we can adjust that position later. And we can hide our reference photo.
Reference photo. All right, okay. Now, just like we did at the bottom of the coffee cup to like remove that thing, remove that jagged, weird star-shaped looking thing, I'm going to hit I to inset, and that's kind of like adding a loop cut into
Oh, okay, so that's what that is. Inset is what that's talking about. Inset. Where do you want the inset?
And then, you know what? Let's do things a little differently. Because you can see like the shape of this plate here, like it's kind of like sloping down into itself, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to like move this down there like that. Instead, I'm going to position that about there, and then I'm going to add in the detail that I need. So I'm going to go like 3 cuts. So I just hit Control R to add a loop cut, and then scrolling on your mouse wheel will add in more or less loop cuts. And I'm just going to go with 2 like that, and then right click, which will just cancel this movement and put it exactly in the center there. And then, what am I going to do? I'm going to use proportional editing, proportional, which is this one right here, and then I'm going to set this to sphere proportional editing. Then if I move this down, hitting G and then Z, you can see that now the rest of the plate has that like curved shape to it.
Okay, let's do that. Alright, so Control R for loop cuts, we'll add in 2 more. Right click to center it. Alt click this thing to select that loop. Go front on, we want proportional editing mode, sphere, and then we want to grab it, make the range wider, but not that wide. And move on Z only. And we'll just try and eyeball it for now. That'll do.
Is what I was hoping for. Like that. Okay, and that's the basics of a plate. Ta-da. Nice. So just like we did
I'm
with
just going to move it all upwards.
Let's give it a thickness of, how thick do you reckon? That's probably a little bit thicker than the coffee cup maybe. So let's go like 3 millimeters. 3 millimeters. And then add a subsurf modifier as well. Now you can see that like the edge of this plate here, exact same problem we had like the rim of the coffee cup there, like it's too sharp looking. That's because there's just not enough detail, right? It's playing there, it's really annoying me. So
Alright, so hide that. Alright, what do we need? We need a subsurf modifier on that. Add modifiers. So we need solidify and
right here, I'm just going to add another loop cut just to create the rim of that plate, like so. And then right click and shade smooth. Nice, and let's increase the viewport just to try and see how that looks in the view. That's nice. Move that down ever so slightly. And now you will notice that if you look...
Alright, so let's do a whole lot of things very quickly. So let's see. Same as the coffee mug. Offset it that direction. We will, what else will we do? We'll add a subsurf. And then we have to add that loop cut to make that less heinous up there. So Alt click. Oh, actually no, and Control R to add a loop cut there. Move it all the way to that edge. That gives us sort of a nicer edge, I think. And right click and shade, no, out of edit mode, right click, shade smooth. Yeah. Yeah, buddy.
Look at if you hide the coffee cup, hide the plate, you'll see that just here, like you've actually got like this weird like little lip that comes out of the plate there, which is I guess like to like target the cup when you put the cup down on the plate. It's going to go right in the center there. So it's kind of like a raised little ripple, almost, right? So we can create that. Let's just hide the camera there by going. I'm gonna hit Alt Z just to go into this X-ray mode, so that I can still see the solid view, but I can see the wireframe as well. And right about there, actually, right where that is, that's where I'm gonna start the lip. So I'm gonna hit I to create another inset, and then I'm going to hit I again. And this is going to be like the returning part. So this is the part that's going to be the lip that's moving up, like the little ripple part. But before I do that, I just want to apply the solidify modifier, because I only want to add this ripple effect to the top part of my plate. So now that I've done,
yes, of course. Okay, so this is the thing that we've got screwed on last time. So apply it. Can't be applied in edit mode. That's the thing that we got screwed on last time. All right, so now we have this. Now we can select that. Now I actually, because I've done this sort of the other way, I'm actually going to do it this way. Without I, I'm going to do a loop cut there, grab it, and no, proportional editing off. Set it back to smooth so I don't get screwed next time I do. No, it's not like I'm going to do any natural modeling anytime soon. Alright, grab it on the Z-axis and send him up. Let's just have a look at what that looks like. Subtle, too subtle. All right, and then we want another loop cut there. And then we want to grab it, Z-axis. Sort of try and, I can't point to them, but like the line here and the line below it parallel, more or less. And I'm looking at the other ones around there because I kind of want it the same thickness all the way around. I suppose one thing to do would have been to make the cuts and then select, like make them flat and then select them. But you know what, that'll do. All right, that's looking pretty reasonable. With the overlay off, what does that look like? It's a subtle little bump. Let's make it less subtle. I'll click to that, grab it on the Z-axis, up. Yeah, you know what?
On that,
doesn't have to match.
Editing, and just move that up, and now let's have a look at that. There we go. Got a little ripple effect there. Little
I like mine better.
For the cut
It looks nicer.
Right? I don't know. I feel like that should be a little bit closer in. So let me just select that. Oh, I've got too many vertices here now. In fact, you know, I did it the wrong way around. So let's just fix that, right? So let's hide the plane. Bring this edge loop here. I'm gonna hit X. I'm just gonna hit dissolve edge. That's what you do if you add an edge that you don't need.
Okay, let me try that because that seems like it's going to be useful. Because the chance of me adding a quote-unquote edge you don't need is high. So Alt, click that, X, dissolve edges. All right, so and then that's really messed with the model, but undo that and it's fine. Cool.
Right, so and I'll just scale that in so that's like the bottom flat plane of the plate. Cool, and now back into Alt-Z, toggle X-ray mode. I'm going to select this, and let's just bring this in a little bit, and then this as well, bring that in a little bit. And then, because it's kind of hard to see, like it's a little bit too smoothed out, we're going to add in some extra loop cuts here as well. So every way you add a loop cut and you bring it in, it's just going to like sharpen that like smoothing effect, right? So it's going to make it a little bit more obvious. So now that I've done that, you can see that that lip there is more obvious than it was before. And I'll do the...
Okay, so he's actually doing that. I kind of like mine. I think I've found a good balance. Maybe I can... What happens if I do this? Select you, overlay, tab, loop select. Now what was it? Is Shift E. Just tighten it up slightly. And yeah, a little bit of tightening, not too much. See, that's too much. Just a little bit, just a smidgen. 0.2. Yeah, edge crease. Looking good. All right, I'll get my overlay back on. Is there a shortcut for this? No. It's annoying. And then there's this one here. And what do we want? Inset that. Just to get rid of that problem that we were talking about before with the bottom. But I'm actually going to grab that and I'm going to scale it a bit bigger because I feel like the base is, you want like a flatter base regardless. No one, it's a detail no one will notice, but that's fine. Yeah, that's a nice flat base. It's looking good. We'll see how it looks in the final thing, but I'm really quite happy with that. Look at that, I made a mug. Go me. Hey.
The exact same thing for this inner part. So let's select that. Well, not the exact same thing. I'm going to select that one solid face there because it's the center, and I'll hit I to create. Because you can't do a loop cut within like one solid face. You have to hit I to like, yeah, inset it. So yeah, there you go. We got the plate. we got the plate for our coffee cup. Look at that. We accomplished so much in one video. So well done. We've basically finished the modeling of the plate and the coffee cup. In the next part, we're going to get into the materials and start making this thing look like glass. So click that, and I'll see you there.
So that's coming up on the hour. Coming up on the hour in about now. So I don't know what's going to happen here. It looks interesting, but I'm going to save this off, and I'm going to take a break, and we'll come back later for more coffee cup modeling. This has been quite good. Look at that. I'm very pleased with my cup model. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you later.